So looking at, of course, the Legacy and Masterminds lineup. Legacy we have seen throughout today. And they've played valiantly, of course, taking out G0.
G0 did get to the third.
They did.
And Masterminds didn't perform too badly against Atletico either. So I got to have a little look at that game.
Yeah, because Monkey Fist and I were broadcasting at the time.
Yeah. So it was an 11-4, like, train. 11-4 CT half to Atletico.
Yes.
But they brought it back to a 16-14. 16-12.
Yes.
16-12. The next map didn't go very well.
No, it didn't.
16-3. But, so they have shown signs of promise. We are on cache here. Next map would be Mirage, and if we get the nuke.
And Legacy looking for that nuke. Mac Dioxide starts us off with a 4K in the pistol round. Strong showing for this matchup. Masterminds on the back foot already. Prackham is getting my vote for star of the show at the moment with the XM. No other reason. He's performed very well, but the XM is just, that's next level.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
You can get behind that?
I can get behind that. It's not often you do see shotguns pulled out, but when you do, it's normally a Mag 7, so...
And it's a gorgeous XM as well. That black and white tuxedo is great. Nighthawk, though, going to push, and slow reaction there from Prackham. Nighthawk gets the frag. Dizzy follows up with Skull going down. He also picks up Jinx. Mizu finding 2 for himself. And we're left with, Strax comes in, gets Mizu, finds Dizzy. And we're left with the 1v2. If Strax can do this, it'll be the 1v4 clutch. Spam coming through in the wallbang. Going to swap it out to the XM. Dioxide watching. And now Strax with the Famous. And it's the peak that'll get Dioxide another frag leading into round number 3.
Legacy do have that 2-0 after the... Well, there's no bomb plant either, so there's going to be another eco for Masterminds. But Masterminds does have probably the best named player in OCECS.
You reckon?
Cosmo Starchild.
Yeah. Used to be known as Cybe. Now he's rebranded and reinvented himself.
Much better.
Much better.
Much better.
Far easier to pronounce.
Well, you've already got... Yeah, Jinx, Strax. And I think we got some in-game comms here.
We do. It's good to get some insight. Dioxide picking up a 3K. Strax, Nighthawk, and Cosmo go down. Dizzy finding Skull. And it's Jinx on the site that needs to get the frag down. And there it is. It's Dizzy that'll pick him up. Legacy taking out a 3rd round.
As you expect, after the pistol loss, but Masterminds can get themselves into this one here. They can purchase up a buy with... they do get an AWP out there.
They do. On to Strax.
But Legacy, they're not going for too much of a bonus. Just a Famous left over.
Dizzy, though, on the AWP for Legacy. Need to watch out for him. As we, Sam and I were talking about earlier today, Dizzy was topping the leaderboard for Legacy in terms of kills throughout the series. And he was doing that from playing the IGL AWP role. So need to keep an eye on him as we head here into round number 4. Of course, Masterminds looking to break the Legacy streak and jag a round for themselves.
So 3-zip here for Legacy as, well, they hope to push their advantage. I don't think they'll want another match like against Ground Zero where they let him in. Almost let that run away. Ground Zero could have come away with that 2-0.
Very, very close matches when Legacy was up against GZ, but they're looking to prevent Masterminds from getting anywhere near that. Nighthawk is going to launch round number 4's offensive with the frag on Prackham, removing the shotgun extraordinaire. And Masterminds are up now playing for mid-control. They've established it, but they need to make use of it. Get over to one of the sites. Dioxide looking to push up here, looking for his opportunity in mid, just in case they look to commit and get into CT. But Masterminds aren't pushing that far.
No, moving towards B here. They're going to get that 3rd player around. One can go through vents. So they have mid-control. Another one player in Mizu is on the site here at B as they move out. Skull not getting any information so far. But he will take out Mizu. And now the site is basically theirs, but Dioxide. Quick rotate now, firing from tree. And Dioxide picks up another one. So we have... Well, sorry, Panic has picked up one there. He's picked up another. Panic getting one with the fire as well. So bomb has been planted, and it's a 3 versus 2 on the retake. Jinx tying that up.
And Dioxide with a push. It's going to be Cosmo Starchild getting the frag from Checkers. Dizzy, the last man standing, needs to pick up 2 here. Bomb is planted, so he needs to do this quickly and get the defuse. He's going to look for it. He picks up Jinx. He now needs Cosmo. He's going to look for the smoke. Is he going to force it? No, he goes for the tap. And there it is. Dizzy gets the frag. He's got a kit, and that will be the defuse. Dizzy holds out here for Legacy with the 1v2 clutch, gets the defuse, and takes Legacy to another round win.
Well, Dizzy, he's AWPing, not his usual role. He's IGL, not his usual role. And he's pretty much their best player at the moment.
Certainly is. Dio's come a shining light here on Cache, though.
Certainly. He was incredible in the first match as well.
He was. So, looking at this, though, Dizzy coming in a close second in terms of frags, but Dizzy has a lot on his plate to consider at the moment, and perhaps it was just nice there having the 1v2 clutch moment for him to collect his thoughts and play a game without worrying about the team.
That's it. Just worry about the others. Take them down. Win out Angels. Incredible work by him, especially when they're holding the line. Talking to Michael Carmody with all the hoo-ha of their roster issues, he's saying that Dizzy has been incredible.
I can imagine Prackham getting his own sense of incredible out. And Mizu going to secure the round, but Prackham almost had the ace there. He had the 4K switch to his USP, was trying to jump over Cosmo's bullets, but Mizu came through and got the 5th. Almost had ace on land. Almost.
They were his first 4 kills for the map as well. He's only got 4 up on the board. He's registered, and Masterminds are going for a Deagle. Deagle play with 2 nades. Dizzy picks up Nighthawk to start things off. And Dizzy picks up another one, playing from that Z connector room.
And Dizzy goes again, 1, 2, and 3. He's wondering if he's going to pick up a 4th here, but it's Skull is playing over at A, and it's Panic that will find the frag. We got a full house, my friend. Dizzy on 3, Panic on 2, and good to see Panic pushing forward with the frags. 5 and 2 here as we head into round number 7. And
again, complete wipes across the board, an average of only 2 kills for Masterminds. It's almost looking like the previous matchup where Ten of Minds were just sort of wiping the floor with Atletico. They couldn't get any sort of establishment here on Cache as well. And Masterminds having the same issues. They just can't get through. I don't think they have had a bomb plant yet.
Legacy just outclassing Masterminds at the moment. It comes down to that. And we see the nades flying in for control. Masterminds again establishing mid-control, but no control over a site as of yet. They're looking up highway towards the A site. Skull playing it from here, looking for a frag, but no one pushing through Z to come and meet them in mid.
They're playing this one a bit slower. They are leaning towards B. 2 for vents. Although Prackham will take one of those players out who's trying to get up there. Nighthawk will make it through. There's a 4 on 5. They got 2 to deal with at the B site. One's going heaven in Prackham. And Mizu's on the site. Mizu and Nighthawk. Beautiful flick from Mizu.
And the flash got onto it, my friend. Mizu also picking up Strax as he moves through checkers. Prackham finds Jinx, but Cosmo Starchild gets an answer.
And Cosmo Starchild looking for another one, but he's in a 1 versus 4 situation. Has the bomb in hand. He's going to get closed in on through the vents here. He is expecting it. Prackham will eventually come out. A pause is being called for. I would assume that's Masterminds at this stage.
I would assume so.
Because they're looking to go 7-0 down.
And
Legacy, very patient. He waited for his teammate to come out as well. Dioxide was there, so he could peek.
Mizu picking up a 3K in that round. Big rounds coming out for each of the Legacy lads. And that now takes them to 7-0. You're right, it is a Masterminds timeout. Tactical pause coming through here as Masterminds look to turn this half around. They can still do it, Zeeble. There's still 8 rounds remaining.
Yeah, they can still win the half.
They could.
Not likely. Still no bomb plant. So sitting on max loss bonus, but it's especially without bomb plants, you're going to be light on utility.
That's right. as we wait to get this one underway, my friend. I think Legacy is a shoe-in for this. I'm expecting the 2-0, to be honest, but I think Masterminds will try and stick it to them and will go down swinging.
Well, the markets were... I was favouring Legacy as well for this, but the markets were surprisingly even.
Right.
So... Didn't know what to make of that, but it is Legacy running away here. We've got... Dizzy picked up one before traded out. Too long to reload that lovely AWP. But again, playing for so long with Matt CD on the AWP, it was good to see him performing on it.
Absolutely. Dizzy's done very well all day today on the AWP, and with roster changes, like you mentioned, Tibor, I think it's good to see how well Dizzy's doing.
And taking over IGL.
Yeah.
In one land. Like, they've thrown the team together as best they could, got some amazing names, but being able to control that, bring the best out of the players, it's an impressive sight.
Undeniably, and the way that Legacy's performed, it'll be interesting to see just how hard Masterminds will fight to stay in this. We do see them execute for the ace site. Skull with the flame will pick up Panic. Dioxide answers back, grabbing Nighthawk, but it's Jinx who finds Mizu. Good
opportunity here for Masterminds to take out a round. They've only got one more to deal with in Prackham. They got a bomb plant down as well. Prackham will probably go after this. They should have money in the bank. Cosmo Starchild will win that out. And 7-1. Masterminds do get on the board. That Resurgency coming through. Good timeout taken.
Very much so. And clean kills coming through for the most part for Masterminds here as well. We saw some sharp aim, even right up to the end of that round there with Cosmo. Clean shots to take out the round on Prackham. So moving forward, Legacy still able to afford the buy. We are not seeing an AWP on the side of Masterminds. And Prackham, despite getting the drop on Nighthawk, it's Nighthawk's sharp headshot that takes the frag.
And a lot of mid-control for Masterminds now as well. They can go either way. And they've got one player pushed up A main and one player pushed up B main, essentially towards that sunroom. See bombs rotating around. Dizzy picks up Nighthawk with that AWP down highway.
Certainly does, but Dizzy does take some damage for it. He's down to 28 HP now. What I would like to see, Tibor, is exactly what we're getting out of Dizzy right here, is maintaining, realistically, the mid-control. Because although Masterminds are in mid, they have no control over it. They can't do much with it. Skull will pick up Mizu over towards B. Jinx playing in the vents here.
That's a beautiful win by Skull as well. I thought Mizu would have had the better information there. Dioxide taking down Skull, and Dioxide a secondary. 3 versus 2 now for Legacy. Bomb is going A. That's the better site for Masterminds right now. There's only one over here. Cosmo Starchild saw Panic, and the A side is theirs. Ooh, Dizzy. That was a nice position for him, but it was checked and
Cosmo had it targeted, and the couple of taps is going to net him that frag. Very healthy, 200 HP, full HP on 2 players here for Masterminds, and they have to defend against Dioxide. Dioxide, though, smart incendiary gets him 1. 21 HP, needs to watch to his right, though, and it's Strax who peeks out. Dioxide will get the 3K, but Masterminds take the round.
Well, right there, beautiful play. It was a 3 versus 2. They went to the right side, took out the one player, and then that shot on Dizzy, that was where they won the round.
Absolutely. Taking Dizzy out, had the tap not connected, and Dizzy been given the opportunity to score a frag, it would have been the 2v1. And reverse odds for me in that one, Tibor.
Taking a Mac 10 in here is Strax. So maybe they'll send him in entry.
One would assume, my friend, looking to stack up points with the frags there. MP7.
MP9, one to deal with at the moment, but they got Prackham moving up heaven. And onto the site they go. Nighthawk aggressively onto the site, blinded out completely. And Mizu is low, spraying through, can't find him. They're bumping into each other, I think. They're not seeing each other. Man advantage here for Legacy. Masterminds have the B site. They'll get this bomb plant down.
Strax needs to get out of there before the flames take him. And he does. Skull picking up Prackham, and it's down to a 3v3. Strax sitting behind the boxes here. Skull playing close at the vents, and Panic, smart incendiary to force Skull to move back here through checkers.
Just moving behind the boxes before Panic comes out. In the vent, Panic down, and that's an easy kill for Skull there, finishing off the round. And Masterminds on their resurgency. Their timeout has worked to perfection. 1 or 3 rounds after it, maybe we could see them get that 8 for the half win.
We certainly could, and you know what? I think Masterminds are poised to push it to a 4th here as Legacy are put back onto pistols. It is the Deagles, Prackham sitting with the USP, but I think we could see Legacy struggle here in round number 11 as Masterminds come at them with the board aggression, and we're seeing the waterfall over the boost into mid.
Very aggressive push over mid. Prackham goes down, but they lose. Oh, they only lose 1 for it. 1 for 2. Positive movement, and not too much mid control just yet. They can move out, but Dioxide still holding that mid connector Z position. Strax picking up Panic, and there's only 2 players left for Legacy. It was a pistol buy. It wasn't looking too fantastic for them from the start. Masterminds can push forward. This is the last one remaining. He's at the B site where he normally is, and taken down by Nighthawk 4 in a row.
Doing well, Masterminds. Legacy needing to push forward again, and I think we're going to see it in this round, Tibor. I've just got a feeling that Legacy, round number 12, and they'll take this A4. I think Masterminds has been able to run amok for a little bit here.
So
I'm feeling Legacy's going to put the foot down, and I think the change has been that Masterminds aren't going to be able to have as much mid control, and in fact they don't want it. So maybe they're set to prove me wrong. They don't need the mid control for 1 round.
No, they haven't pushed A to start a round off for a while. They got 1 main and 4 pushing through Squeaky here as they move through the door. Good flash out, but Panic gets 2. Cosmo Starchild, and now Dioxide. He can only get 1. Cosmo with the 2. The Legacy do have the 1 extra, and Strax taking a lot of damage there. But he gets the bomb down. Oh, and taken down by Prackham as he tries to get back through B main, or A main, sorry. Now 3 Legacy players trying to come through. A lot of players to aim for by Cosmo. He's picked up his 3K, but that's going to be all she wrote for Masterminds. And as predicted by Judge Brandington.
Brandington.
Yeah.
I like that. Thanks, Moisty Tibor.
Oh, God.
Coming through here for round number 13. And Mastermind still enough to buy Legacy 8-4 right now. Panic gonna grab a rifle. Famus is all he can afford though.
Look, the only 2 players above 10 in the server are Dioxide and Dizzy.
Yeah.
Haven't done... Well, they did very well last round, but I mean, they were quite quiet for some time, and that's what allowed Masterminds to come back in. So Masterminds, all 5 players are on par with Mizu, Prackham and Panic. But right now, that 4-round edge is Dizzy Life and Dioxide basically going off.
Absolutely is. And we're seeing Masterminds take a different approach to this round. No mid control. They're playing for utility, playing for picks on the sites here. We got 3 stacked towards B, 2 over at A, so 1 Squeaky, 1 main. And they're waiting for either aggression or easy picks.
Yeah, good patience shown by Legacy so far, but Nighthawk's going to take down Panic over on the A site. Bomb still way back for Masterminds, so they can't really push a site just yet. But getting control to each. And we'll pick up the bomb, lean towards A. Though the other players are moving back. So they got the boost. And mid it will be. No, B. So they got enough checkers control that they're happy to go B.
They are, and with Nighthawk playing in the middle here, oh, Prackham going to completely diffuse anything I had to say there as he picks up the frag on Nighthawk, but it is the push onto the site. Mizu pops up and gets a frag, but Jinx's incendiary, the Molotov, is going to be enough to take out Mizu. Oh, and look at that bomb pass.
That's just beautiful.
That is smart awareness. They knew that Dizzy was going to be watching. Jinx picks up Prackham as Prackham tries to push through vents for the frag. We're left with Dio playing Heaven, Dizzy playing in Tree. And the 2v3 for Legacy against Masterminds. Dizzy does pick up Strax, who peeks. Dizzy, look. Oh, my lord, the wall bang. Dio picks up Skull, and we're left now with Jinx. This could be brought back, and it's Dizzy who pushes out, gets the angle and the frag. He'll pick up 2 in this round, and the defuse.
So Legacy moving up to 9. Very happy with each other.
They are.
I can't remember who did it, but there was a chest bump. I think it was Athletico after winning a round.
There was.
In an online qualifier or something.
Yep.
And before the defuse, gave themselves a little chest bump.
Yep, virtual chest bumps are... they're living in 2019, guys.
Well, they couldn't get a chest lap.
That's right. Needed the chest bump. It's all about team synergy and morale, my friend. And Legacy are riding high at the moment as we head into round number 14. Strax left out in the cold with a CZ. But if you can do what Prackham's been doing this weekend and play close angles, maybe steal a weapon from Legacy, then you can put it to good use.
We're waiting to see. Masterminds completely spread out all over the map. So a Legacy. They're basically 1v1ing. Parallel. And Nighthawk wins out the first one with Prackham there.
We see Cosmo is playing from Squeaky. Flash himself in to jump across, check forklift. And now he's going to look for the flash out to flash himself in. No, that's a smoke he's going for. Smoke out quad and the site. Nighthawk playing in mid. We still have 2 committed over on B for Legacy. Mizu and Dioxide sitting there. Mizu now looking to vent, just in case someone wants to drop.
They can push A from a lot of places here. They've got Squeaky, Highway, and 3 going main. And only 2 players on the site, but they can rotate the others around fairly quickly, except for Mizu, who's standard on the B site. I'll come out. Dioxide gets onto Nighthawk, but they've only got 3 remaining themselves. And they will get a bomb plant here.
And it's the push. Dioxide does find Skull, but it's Dizzy over his shoulder who gets the frag. And Dizzy will look for another here, holding back from truck. Dio pushing, has managed to get around towards main. He will pick up Cosmo, and he watches for the peak. That's Strax. Now looking for another. Jinx on site, though, goes down to Dizzy. And that is the 2-man site push. Mizu there for moral and emotional support.
Well, the Dioxide and Dizzy show once again, a full house.
It is.
3 and 2. Beautiful retake there. It was a 3 versus 4, and they just made it look easy.
They did. Systematically retook that site, pushed it on Fork. Dizzy covering Dio as well. Made sure they got the frags, came around, got positional advantage, and took it back. And we're looking now, T-Ball Legacy set to get an 11-4 half here. Nighthawk, Strax, and Cosmo Starchild all on pistols with the Galil for Jinx and the UMP for Skull.
Yeah, not looking the best at all. So they are stacking up towards the B site. Nighthawk made a bit of progress here, almost going into checkers. But Mizu, who is in there, he is going to have a field day. No, he's not. Jinx just comes out and gets in before the blind goes away. Dizzy and Skull, they trade through. And Masterminds have the bomb site once again. So they do get a bomb down. And they got a hold now. Skull's stolen an AWP and Jinx stolen an AK.
3v4 here, advantage Masterminds. They could make this the 10-5 at the half rather than 10-4. Dio and Panic looking to push in now from Tree Room. Plenty of utility out. Panic finds Strax. Jinx gets Panic. Dioxide's Incendiary does find Cosmo Starchild, but not before he can get Dioxide. We're left with Prackham versus Skull. Prackham on the site here. Shot fired by Skull. He's looking to bait out for time. Skull gets back in and Prackham now on the bomb. Skull, will he peek? He does. And Masterminds take the final round of the half. Makes it 10-5 as we head to a break. And shout out to Western Digital for their great range of data solutions as we come in here for the AOC Cybergamer Premier League Championships held down at the Cybergamer Studios in Adelaide. And T-Ball, we're coming in for the second half here between Legacy and Masterminds. Legacy leading 10-5 as Masterminds took the last round of the half.
It wasn't bad for Masterminds to at least salvage the 5 as well. They were 7-0 down. They did manage to get up to that 5 mark, and especially with a very poor buy going into the last round there, but they did get it.
They did. I mean, it was exactly what we talked about, mentioning the poor buys, being able to secure better weapons, just taking smart positioning and smart frags to get you over the edge. And that's exactly what Masterminds did, especially with that CZ conversion. And some good positioning as well. I mean, we had Mizu on the B site there, sitting in the cheeky corner, who felt smoked in, but Jinx, as soon as he pushed on sight, he just sprayed that corner just in case, and he took him down.
Yeah, well, 2-3 wandered in. I think he was flashed out as well.
Yeah.
So didn't really want to attack too much, but then, yeah, I thought he was going to have a field day. He forgot his permission slip.
He did. Not allowed to attend. No hat, no play, my friend. And it was Masterminds that took that round out. We seem to be having a couple of technical difficulties, it seems, as the boys look to get back in for the second half. But they will be with us shortly. And Tibor, how are you feeling about this match so far? Is this the kind of scoreline you're expecting heading into the half?
Yeah, I'm not too surprised.
Mm-hmm.
At the 7-0, could have gone either way. Went pretty even after that.
It did.
But moving on to the CT side now, for Masterminds, this will be where the story is told. As we saw in the previous matchup, Legacy versus... Oh, sorry, not Legacy. Tainted Minds.
Yes.
Versus Atletico. Atletico could not get their T side going at all.
Right.
CT side, very nice.
Yes.
All right, very nice. They got out of 10-5 half, but then only managed 2 rounds.
That's it.
After that. So if Masterminds can play that same way, get another, get a 10-5, maybe 11-4, that would get them a victory. But if they can come away with the 10-5 here, get themselves to overtime, that would be quite handy for them. But
you don't think they're going to take this in regulation?
Holding off Legacy, I wouldn't. I think if Masterminds are going to take it, they'd need it in overtime.
Yep.
Just because it is Legacy they're against. I think they're going to be able to at least rush onto sites a bit more effectively.
I think so as well. I mean, looking at this, realistically for the win, Masterminds
pretty much got a free
rounds.
bomb plant already.
Yeah, that's right.
And just picking off players here. Now they're getting trades. Prackham's the last one left. Although Masterminds are coming away with this.
They've
Masterminds
done it.
Get it. So, beautiful retake.
Nope, they couldn't get on the bomb in time. No kit, no clue. Strax's 3K goes to waste here as Legacy do end up taking the round with the bomb explosion.
The Masterminds got in. They got that man advantage, and then they could just trade their way through.
Yeah.
However, yeah, no kit. And yeah, I thought that was in. I thought there was so much time.
No, not this time, my friend. You can hold your catchphrase off for later as round 17 presents us with the Legacy win. They've bought up here. Mizu pushing up over the boost. He goes down to Strax, but it'll be Prackham that avenges him. And Strax goes to push to get Prackham as well, but not going to find him. Prackham gets away with the 2K and 45 HP remaining.
So Legacy with a huge leg off in this round. Couldn't find the headshot with the Deagle. Nighthawk, and he goes down. 1 player left for Masterminds here with a CZ. It almost doesn't even have enough bullets to take out 4 players, but doesn't get one. And Legacy win that round with 4 still up. So they will not really invest too much into this. They know Masterminds won't have money.
No need to invest hard if you know that they're on pistols, and that's what we see. I love the UMPs here for Mizu and Panic. Surprised we're not actually getting a MAC-10 out.
Yeah, I thought they would have bought a third SMG there.
Yeah, I thought so as well, but opting for the AKs, and lucky so. Nighthawk picking up Dizzy here, but Mizu with the UMP sitting up top. He finds 2, but it's that range. Nighthawk going to pick up Mizu. Prackham comes through, gets 2. Dioxide with Skull. Prackham's frag on Nighthawk finishes it off, and Legacy 13-5.
And that's where that defuse, the missed defuse, really hurts, because that's cost them 3 rounds. And they can finally buy up here. Light on utility, no AWP. Just M4s and no head armor.
And now we see Masterminds in the 4th round of the second half, looking to put a win on the board. You're right, that pistol round wasn't just the loss of the round, it was the loss of the trifecta. And Legacy poised now for the map win. I thought Masterminds were in for with a shot there, like you. I think that they could have done it in overtime, but with Legacy starting off the half this strong, it's not looking good.
Very aggressive from Masterminds up mid as well.
Yeah. Masterminds aren't taking it, man.
No, boosted up to vents. And this is where it's like, when something's not working for you, nothing's working for you. The players aren't falling into your traps. They aren't falling into your stacks. And even if you are stacks.
Stacks on stacks?
Stacks on stacks.
It's just not happening. The CSGO timing is all in Legacy's favor here. Masterminds just can't seem to catch a break. Legacy playing the slow game here in round number 19. We've got 1 minute remaining. Mizu pushing slowly, looking for mid here. Cosmo has been boosted into vents. Dizzy looking down main towards A. Panic is playing in Squeaky, and they're looking to move the bomb through here. Masterminds dove deep on the heavy mid to A in terms of positioning, and it's paying off now as Cosmo picks up Mizu. Panic will trade it back. There goes Nighthawk coming out, and Panic pushes out, gets Jinx on site, but Skull will trade Panic down.
Just playing for contact is Legacy as they come out, not really an execute, and they're flashed out. Prackham finds Skull, and Legacy will get a bomb plant here. Last 2 remaining, 1 highway, 1 A main.
Dio, good movement here. Dizzy picks up Cosmo, and we're left. Dizzy also finds Strax. Dio playing on Con, ready to pick that up, and the BM comes through. It's the match pause, and I believe this one will be a technical pause. Hope everything's all right there for the players. And it also gives Masterminds a chance not to waste a tactical pause, as they can look to reset here. I mean, they had a very good pause in the first half that led them to some round wins.
It did.
Let's see if they can go back to back on some pauses and get some round wins strung together.
Yeah, well, they really need that at this stage.
They do.
It's not looking good. 14-5.
It's a rough set for Masterminds. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I think Masterminds are looking to fight as hard as they can in this game, but are looking next. Looking to make sure they're staying sharp, don't get tilted, let's keep playing through. Next map is ours. And I think that's the way to play it through.
Yeah, it's over to Mirage.
It is.
Strat heavy, execute heavy map.
Yes.
Onto A and B.
Yes.
So it could work in their favour being a longer practice team.
It could, especially if they have those strats and those executes down. Then maybe we could see Masterminds pull it through and actually do better on Mirage. But in saying that, if Masterminds do well on Mirage, we head to Nuke. And Legacy pulled out a ripper of a Nuke game.
That's like a 1v1 map almost. And so they can just go, everyone go have fun.
I mean, we saw it when they played on Nuke against Ground Zero. Ground Zero put up a good fight in the other 2 maps. Monkey Fist and I said that Nuke was not conducive of how that matchup had been.
Yeah.
But Nuke is a different ball game. You step onto those silos and all bets are off.
Yeah, that's it. It's not a map teams like. As he was saying, for Ground Zero, it's normally a permaban.
Yeah.
They didn't permaban it, and Legacy was actually quite impartial to the map, having done well on it.
Yeah.
In like Gfinity tournaments, as they were trying to get some practice.
That's
for
right.
This event.
I mean, we were talking to Carmody before after the game, and he was saying like they're an accidental Nuke team now because they'd had the map come through in Gfinity, as you said, and they've done well, and now they're backing it up here at CGPL Champs. So maybe it's time for Legacy to just play Nuke heavily.
Well, that's it. I mean, Chiefs was the Nuke team.
They were.
During the winter period.
Yeah, there was a long stint there where you just didn't want to face Chiefs on Nuke. It was permabanned.
Yeah, well, it was permabanned. Once they started letting them play again, they'd lost all their prowess on it. And back to being a not Nuke team. But certainly Legacy wouldn't mind that. As I said, it's a map where you can just send 5 players off to do their own thing almost.
It is.
And this is a scary team to do that against, but Mirage, we'd say that would be Mastermind's best chance.
Yes.
At a pickup, just due to it favouring teams that have been together for a bit longer, practicing those strats. I mean, the Legacy side, they've been enough teams to pretty much know what's going on.
Yeah, that's right. And the Legacy side, when you look, it's something that I mentioned earlier in the day with Sam as well, with Monkey Fist, is that you look at this lineup, and although it's not a long-standing Legacy lineup, this lineup is full of regulars and long-standing people
Yep.
within the top tier of CS in our community. So when you put them together, as long as they can play well together and they synergize, then you've definitely got the skill cap you need.
Yeah, certainly right. It's just then forming it together, which they're getting there. Nighthawk with a Mag 7. That's, as I was talking about, that's normally the shoddy that people buy. And he has gone for it.
No XM this round.
Everyone else deagles. And Dizzy with the AWP. Doing so well here. Cosmo down to 50%. And Legacy, they're spread out across the map. But they're doing so much damage as Masterminds. All they can really do is hold their positions and try and win Angels with headshots or Nighthawk. There we are. That is so beautiful to watch, even though it's horrendous.
Dizzy picks up another one. That's Skull down. We get the smoke out in the vent. Prackham pushing a main. We'll find one, but Jinx, sharp aim with the deagle to put Prackham down. He's going to go and grab that AK. And he's
got a retake on B to do.